We're here to preview Sunday's Subway Women's League Cup match against West Ham. We'll start with questions in the room. Sam?
Hi, Andre. Just to start off with a question about injuries and fitness. Alba Virginia had to come off against Aston Villa. Just as an update with her, how is she?
Yeah, she's been assessed during the week, and she's a question mark for the game on Sunday. That's what I can say at the moment.
But just looking at your options at the Villa game on the bench, obviously Greenwood, Clinton, Carolyn, Sidney Lohman, Iman Benet are all on the bench. I mean, now you're getting players back. How much of a boost is it to look at the bench and see those options at your disposal?
Yeah, it's fantastic to have that different options, and they are so different as players also, so they can affect the game. We can start the game in one way, but we can also change the game in different ways. So that would be so important for us to be able to use them in different ways. So of course I'm very satisfied with that.
But also having them not just in the match day squads, but also in full training as well. How much does that sort of raise the levels of competition as well, which obviously benefit in the long term too?
Yeah, that's crucial. I think that the more competition we have in the training session and the more quality we have, the better will the sessions be, and they will drive each other to the next level. And that's where we are becoming better. It's on the sessions, and if we are having more players that is from our own squad, and then of course it's going to it's raising the bar in everything we do.
Of course, back in League Cup action on Sunday, it's the first trophy available in the season. Obviously, still a lot to do to get to that stage. But just from your perspective, if you are able to win a trophy in your first season at City, what would that mean to you and the group?
Yeah, I think that's important both for our team and of course for the club. I'm here because I would like to win something, and I would like to win everything. So, but just with that said, that all competitions that we go into, that the goal is to go as far as we can and do everything we can to win the game. So, with that said, I think on Sunday it's this game, and this is part of the League Cup, and that is a cup that we are competing in, and we are there because we want to go as far as we can. So for me that's my absolute goal, and the team's absolute goal, that we are giving everything we can to all competitions that we are participating in, and this is one of them. So that would of course mean a lot if we can go to the semi-final or qualify for semi-final after this round.
News coming out of West Ham yesterday, they confirmed Ryan Skinner's departure as manager. Just obviously now there'll be a new coach in the dugout for them. How has that maybe impacted preparations? How differently may you have to do things on the weekend now that the manager who would have been there at the start of the week won't be there on Sunday?
Yeah, we are not thinking that much of that. I think that we'll see on Sunday if it has affected. We are preparing for how we think West Ham is going to approach the game, what they have done before, how they did a very good game against us here in the beginning of November. So there is probably things that they are bringing with them from that game, which no matter who's coaching their team probably have seen that game, and I'm pretty sure that they will do everything they can to make a difficult game for us.
Yeah, just finally for me, of course, this is the last game of the calendar year. Just how do you view the City side and maybe your vision, your style so far, and maybe what are the things you'd like to see next year as we keep developing with you at the helm?
Yeah, of course, it's been a great fall. so many things has happened, but at the same time, I think we have been able to do results. But at the same time, also, I'm coming in with some new ideas, and the players has a background of how they have played before. I'm getting to know the players, they are getting to know me. So it's a process, but I think that what I'm mostly proud of that since the process is going on, we are still winning and doing good performances. And that says something about that we have hit the right spot. We've been able to do everything in the steps and the way we want to, so the process in its way. But just looking into next year, just looking at each player, they have great ideas of how they would like to become a little bit better. We have discussions of every day, and just by making each player a little bit better will make the team better in total. So starting there and keep on working on that on everything we do. If that happen on all players, we will definitely be a better team in spring.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. We'll go to Zoom now. Lily?
Hi.
So just a couple questions from me. Obviously, we saw Laura Vimarofa unavailable in the matchday squad last week. Is there any updates on her and her availability this week?
No, she's available for the coming weekend.
Thank you. And then obviously going into the transfer window over the winter break, we're seeing like Loni, Tara, Hanlon coming back. Is there any plans for her in the future at this club?
I think that's all those questions should Therese answer, who's in charge of those things, and we discuss every day what kind of players do we need, what do we have, and so on. So I don't want to comment each player or any player in general.
And then finally from me, obviously we've seen Kirsten step up this season, being vice captain. And we've also seen her shift into that sort of Lucy Bronze role, pressing higher up the pitch within her position. How has that been able to help the team and help her as a performer and player?
Yeah, of course, Kirsten has done a very good season so far, and also both on and off the field, she's having a bigger leader role that she has had before. So that is one part to grow into, which she has done in a very good way. But just looking at her on the field of how she's contributing in the attacking, how she's able to make final passes, being in the opponent's box and so on. I think it's more about for us to help her of finding the right timing, but she is a player that wants to do that, and she's always wanted that. So it's more about us creating a structure where she gets the opportunity for it.
Thank you. Good luck for this weekend, Andre.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lily. Any more questions from the room? Thanks very much.
Thank you.